आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Question is, consider a point A that is 6,30, point B 24,6 and line AB that is 4x plus 3y equal to 114. Point P is 0, lambda is a point on a y-axis such that lambda lies between 0 and 8, and point Q that is 0, lambda is a point on y-axis such that lambda is greater than 38. For all positions of P, angle APB will be maximum if point P is. So basically in triangle APB we have to find P on y-axis such that lambda lies 38. What we are given with the coordinates of A is having coordinates 6, 30. Point B is having coordinates 0, lambda. So these are the given points. Now what we'll be using the cosine formula for solving this question. So firstly, let's understand what is the cosine formula. So it is using cosine formula. So that is, in this case it would be twice of AP into BP with respect to point P. We are calculating distance, that is AP, then BP into cos of P, because we have to find the cos of angle. So cos of P, it would be equal to AP square plus BP square. BP square minus of AB square we have to find. Now let's proceed forward. For that I have to find AP and BP. So let's do that. Now AP, I'll be using the distance formula. So AP would be equal to under the root of 6 minus 0, that is 6 square, plus 30 minus lambda. So 30 minus lambda whole square. So calculating it, what I get under the root of 36 plus, I'll be using the A plus B whole square formula here. So it would be 900 plus lambda square minus 60 lambda. So solving it, I get AP is equal to under the root of lambda square minus 60 lambda plus 936. So this is, we have calculated AP. Now let's calculate BP also. So BP will also be calculated using the distance formula. So that would be equal to 24 minus 0, that is 24 square, plus 6 minus lambda whole square. So what it becomes after solving, it would be square of 24 is 576. So 576 plus it would be 36 plus lambda square minus 12 lambda. So what is the final value of BP? That comes out to be under the root of 612 plus lambda square minus 12 lambda. So after that we are finding AB also, because in this cosine formula, let it be equation number X, so we are asked to find AB also. So AB is equal to, again we'll be using the distance formula. So it would be 24 minus 6 whole square, that corresponds to 18 square, plus 6 minus 30, that corresponds to minus of 24 whole square. So solving it, I get 18 square is 324 and 24 square is 576. So what I get ultimately, we get ultimately AB is equal to under the root of 900, which corresponds to 30. So we have calculated it. Now we can put it in the cosine formula. So using all the values in the equation X, I get 2 into under the root of lambda square minus 60 lambda plus 936 into under the root of 612 plus lambda square minus 12 lambda cos of angle P which is equal to, it is AP square into BP square, AP square plus BP square minus AB square. So it corresponds to lambda square minus 60 lambda plus 936 plus 612 plus lambda square minus 12 lambda. This is AP square, this is BP square, and minus it was AB square, so it was square, it will be in square of 30, that is 900. So let's solve it further. So it would be 2 into under the root of lambda square minus 60 lambda plus 936 into under the root of 612 plus lambda square minus 12 lambda, which is equal to, now I'm solving the right hand side of the question, so it would be equal to 2 times lambda square plus minus 72 lambda plus 648. So rearranging here, it should have been cos p also. Cos of p is equal to, so from here let's calculate the value of cos p. So cos of angle p, it is equal to lambda square minus 36 lambda plus 324 upon under the root of lambda square minus 60 lambda plus 936 into 612 minus lambda square minus 12 lambda. Now it is possible only when this is equal to 0, because cos of 90 degree is 0. So if angle is 90 degree, it would be equal to 0, because in the question we are asked it should be maximum. So from here what I get, we get a quadratic equation, that is lambda square minus 36 lambda plus 324 equal to 0. Solving it, what we get lambda, this is lambda minus 18 whole square. So it is equal to 0. So from here I get lambda is equal to 18. So basically we had to find out all the positions of point P where angle APB is maximum. So when point P is, since the value of P comes out to be 18, therefore the point P is 0, 18, because in the question it was mentioned that P is 0, lambda. So it is 0, 18. I hope it is clear. Thank you.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।